Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Oops, noisy chair. Okay. I'm known as Autumn around here. Thank you for being here. We maybe. The technician just left. We may have distorted out the internet problems that where it would drop and all this other horrible stuff. Turns out the connectors. By the way, you can, if you're watching this on replay, you can go right down underneath in the description box after this is over and pinned in the first comment. This will be time-stamped to the readings and whatnot. So you can go right down to look at the questions and whatnot. You don't have to listen to me jibber jabber. Hello, Boo Boo. Oh, Boo Boo. Boo is here. Boo Boo's and Katie, my co-host. Hello, dear heart. No, you are, sweetie. Yes, you are. Oh, going down. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Violetta just lost her mother. Oh, bless. Send divine energy to Violetta, to her mother, to her family. Bless them all. Shower them in your divine energy. Just shower them in divine energy. Anyway, hello. I'm very excited. You guys kind of know what the internet situation has been like around here with things. I get dropped in the middle of my own live streams, and so it's very exciting. Oops. That fell. That should not have fallen. There we go. Wait. There. Okay. Just make a pile. Okay. It turns out that there were connectors. I don't know why they didn't catch this before, but there were connectors where the connectors were wrong, and it was corrupting the signal. It was interrupting the signal and whatnot. So I'm just very excited, and there was some whole house building Wi-Fi that we were paying for, but we didn't actually have. So he also installed some kind of hardware thingy whatsits in the house. So it's very exciting. Okay. Okay, for me to. Okay, so I'll take your questions in just 1 second here. Let me get my hair out of my face, and then we'll get going. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that my internet might actually work now. This is such a great day. It's such a great day, and I've got roses. Roses. You know how I love roses. So, and you're here, and I'm here, so very happy. Okay. Done primping. Almost. Okay, now I'm done. All right. Cards. And card stand. From my heart to yours. I don't care if that's cheesy. Pen, a notebook to write your questions down. I'm very happy. All right. Today is Thursday. Space right there for your questions. And for those who check out the nails, these are fun. They have these little white flowers. Aren't they? So, all right. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to look for all of your questions. Anything in all caps. That's how you communicate with me. Other than that, please type normally when you're talking to others. 10% of all income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. That's every day. I'm here every day. 365 days of the year. And yes, so I'll look for your questions. Okay. If YouTube, it will dump a bunch of comments. If your question gets cut off, please just post it again with a YT right at the beginning of it, and then I'll know that YouTube cut it off. So, and if I don't get to your question or I don't decide not to read on it, it is never anything personal. I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay. I really would feel awful if I hurt your feelings. Seriously. Okay. Good morning, Barbara. Jess, will Citizens United be overturned or repealed? Yes, please. Yes, please. Citizens United, which is the worst name anyway. Citizens, please. Citizens United. Overturned or repealed. Okay. That's number one. Got it. Thank you. Okay. Rhonda, what event will take the Republican Party down the Matt Gaetz issues or voter restrictions? That's interesting, because I've been saying that what's really going to be the issue is indictments this year, but trials next year. All of that leading up to 2022. But what takes down? What takes down party? Gaetz issues. I like how you put that. Or voter suppression. Or is it just Trump? Okay, got that. That'll be number 2. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. Okay, let's see here. Oh, good. Thank you, Rachel. And thank you for letting us know about Violetta's mom. Oh my gosh. Whew. Thank you, Mims. Peace and comfort. I agree, Kate. Thank you, Sheila. Okay, Rasslin reads, how will the special election in Florida pan out? Democrat passed away, open seat in the House. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure about the details on this, but I'll have a look. Special election. Well, it should be pretty straightforward. I mean, nothing odd ever happens in Florida. I can't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. Special election, Florida. Passed away. Okay, we'll have a look at that. That'll be number 3. Thank you. Okay, and I am wondering. Okay, Rachel is a question from Rita Conley. Oh, thank you, Marby. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. From Rita Conley, who's now driving, Rachel posted, I'm wondering if the government covered up the intensity of the white nationalist movement that's been going on since the Columbine shooting. Has the U.S. government covered up intensity of white. Ugh. Can I just put, instead of white nationalist, can I just put ugh? Ugh. And nationalist movement since Columbine. Okay, that'll be number 4. Thank you, Mims. Okay, Steve, just saw a headline that the UK variant is the most common US strain. Yes, I heard about that. Now, what's the big picture regarding vaccinations and controlling infections? We are moving in the right direction. It's still okay, but we're moving in the right direction. The hospital. I think actually Cash Peters, he had a video yesterday. Was it yesterday, the day before, where he actually had this. The picture he had was all of these like large like hexagons or shapes like clouds moving across the US, and they were all shifting. So you got the where sunlight would stream through clouds but then close back up. That happens sometimes, storms moving in and out. And so suddenly there's light here, and then there's darkness, a little bit of darkness over here, and there's light over there, and then this kind of, that's what's happening. But we're getting the sunlight through now. And I think that is the best way to describe it, really. Cash is good. Cash Peters, good stuff. But I would actually, I think that's the best way to describe it. So, yeah, Mim's better internet. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm glad you like the roses. I do too. Holly, hi. Biden announced he's nominating gun control advocate David Chipman to lead the ATF. That, for those outside of the country, ATF is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. It's a special part of the government that handles just those things. How will Mr. Chipman do at the helm of the AFT? Okay. Biden nominee David Chipman. I saw that was happening, but I didn't catch the name. David Chipman. Head ATF. Okay, that'll be number 5. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Rachel. Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Sheila. Will there be a variant of the illness that emerges that's worse than all that's known? Well, I haven't looked at that in a while, but I do think we're moving in the right direction. Worse variant. Okay, well, we'll have a look at that. We haven't looked at that kind of stuff in a while, and there was a question earlier about it too, so we'll just have a look. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Okay. Oh, Pamela, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm so sorry I was late. I apologize sincerely. And thank you. Okay. Wanda, the Florida reservoir leak. Oh, it's bad. I read. Well, let's just have another look, because Florida reservoir leak. All right. Well, we'll just have a quick look to see, because that's an ongoing situation, and it's all bad. Oh, Roxanne, welcome. Ian, Autumn, is Manchin taking money for his refusal to burst the filibuster? As I think he is a sheep in wolf's clothing. Yeah, what's going on with Manchin? Why block filibuster? Change. Is he taking money? Okay, that'll be number 8. Thank you, Ian. All right. Again, thank you, Marpy. Okay, White Dragon, what is the future of democracy and freedom in the U.S.? What is the future of democracy? Freedom. Can we please reclaim that word? Because these days anybody says freedom and it's like instantly like ultra right wing. It's like, no, nay. They don't get that word. They don't get patriot. They don't get freedom. They do not get our flag. We need to reclaim those. It belongs to all of us. Okay. What is the future of democracy and freedom in the US? Okay, I've got it. That'll be number 9. I think, did YouTube just dump a bunch of stuff? Oh, okay. Kashmir, will Mitch McConnell ever leave Congress, or is he the real Grim Reaper that never dies? Years and years ago, I remember I've been in therapy at various times in my life. It helped me immensely. And I remember once I went in and I was just frustrated. I mean, this was a few decades ago, but I was just really frustrated with what was happening. And I said, like, every time I try to do this thing, it's like, it's not going to work as long as I'm trying to do it. And my therapist looked at me and she said, wow, you have supernatural powers. And I remember I just sat there and went, yes, I do. And we both laughed. So McConnell, yes, supernatural powers. Let's see, Mitch McConnell will MMM, hashtag MMM, Moscow Mitch McConnell, ever leave Congress. Oh, wow. I just for fun, I want to look at that. Thank you, Kashmir. Oh, Mims, you're a sweetheart. Okay. Sally, are Gaetz's girlfriends safe? Oh, good. You guys have great questions, but that's, are Gaetz's girlfriends safe? Make a note. Are continuation being intimidated to change their stories? Okay. And I've got space for one more question. Christina, was Matt Gaetz involved with Epstein? I've read on this before. I think it's going to be a matter of to what degree. And like, were they best buddies? No. But were there points at which they were both pulling girlfriends from the same third party, or for what was it? What was, I'm concerned that the answer would be to what degree? Oops. So I don't know that I could come up with a good answer with that. And that's what I got last time I looked at it. So I think maybe let's look at stuff like that again when a little bit more, just a little bit more information comes out, because a lot more information is going to come out. Actually, I take that. I saved something. I forgot, but it's Gaetz. It is Gaetz related. So number 12 is going to be about Gaetz, because I wanted to share. Hang on. I saved this to make sure. Oh, well. Okay, before I do anything else, I mean, let's just be honest here. I have to start by showing you when Boo Boo he was just lying on his bed, but he was lying against the glass so he could be in the sunbeam yesterday or day before. So anyway, I just had to share that because he's ear pressed down because I'm sad, and so of course I have to share that. All right, I'll get back to what we're actually talking about. Okay. This whole Gaetz saying that 2 men tried to extort his family for $25 million. Okay, so if anybody, we'll get into that. But the point is, I'll explain it when we get to the question. But it's come out now where he's getting that idea from, what that was probably really about. Okay, sorry, I was just reconnecting, and yeah, we need to read on. I guess it's in a sense, it's not his alibi, but it's something along those lines where he's pointing to saying, no, it wasn't me, it was this. We need to look at that $25 million quote unquote extortion deal, because there's a whole story behind it that potentially has not a single solitary thing to do with Gaetz. And I mean zip-o. And the sun keeps coming out and going away and coming out and going away. So I'll turn that back off. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull out ye old cards and we're going to start going through this, and I will see if I can answer your questions. All right. And if anybody is, if background noise is bothering you, I can close this door if you would like. Boy, the sun is just acting very strange today. It's kind of like in that movie, the time that was, it was a time travel movie. The man from the far, it was a Christina Applegate movie. Man came from the far past, like Middle Ages, and he and his squire or whatever were there and dealing with the modern world, and he was just fascinated by the light switch, and he was just like, night, day, night, day, night, day. That's what I feel like I'm dealing with here. Night, day. I see it's not. Okay, I'm just going to ignore it. All right. Colleague Cash said Alex Jones has bad stuff coming. Alex Jones is bad stuff. And yeah, chaos. But anyway. So we are at 2430, and we are going to start with Citizens United. Will Citizens United... All right, will Citizens United be overturned? Be overturned or repealed? For those who may not know, Citizens United was a landmark, completely ridiculous case that made it to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court decided in their infinite, you've got to be kidding me, that corporations are people. So they can raise and donate as much money as they want. They can put as much money into politics as they want, basically. Page of Wands. Okay, it was quite a message. Who's got the power to send the message? All right, well, we're doing it this way. Oh, victory! Look at that. All right, so we've got the 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Oh, geez, Fool. And 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I can barely see the cards. And I don't know that closing the drapes would do any good. I'm gonna have to go out. I'll be right back. I've got to go turn down the light. I can't do it. Oh, no, frustrated. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Literally less than a minute. Hang on. That didn't work. Oh, wait, is it fixing itself? Try again. Okay, I give up. This is the best I can do. All right, so. All right, we are at we're at 29. So starting over 29:30. Sorry about this, guys. All right, Citizens United. For those who don't know, Citizens United is where the Supreme Court said that corporations are basically people, and they can donate unlimited funds to politics. And I want to say that is where we got super PACs. Is that where we got that? Not sure about the details, but the upshot is you got to be kidding me. And it put a vast amount of, just basically created giant slush funds and ick. So we really want to get rid of it. So the card for the reading is the Page of Wands. So that's the message we're looking is Citizens United going to be overturned or repealed? This is the messenger card. So that could be somebody starting another case that gets up there, or it could be a new message that is handed down by the Supreme Court. But let's see what this refers to. All right, because what we've got here, we've got a victory card, a victory for the moneyed, the super moneyed, and what they put out there coming back to them. And it's this kind of garbage that has led to all kinds of, okay, it led to Trump, ultimately. Let's just put it that way. But in the end, I've got Republicans out in the cold. So does that mean that we will finally, it looks fairly positive. So let's see, is that how we're going to, let me get rid of it. Yeah, Jay, legal bribery, exactly. More information. Can we please get rid of Citizens United anytime soon? You know, it wasn't incredibly clear. It wasn't like Justice Card and... we do have change. Big change. Big change. Okay, from the Chariot. All right. Hermit. So looking at it carefully. All right, that is a legal decision. This is a what's that? Democrat. It's a court card. It's a page. This is a card I get for either like the first 6 months of the Biden administration, or it can be young people in the party. I need some clarification on that. It again looks positive. Charlene is saying yes, it was Citizens United that let corporations get away with large donations. Thank you. Higher wisdom. There are also some secrets, but keeping the money secret is really what it's about. But we should be using our higher wisdom when it comes to politics, not the secret money. Legally quiet as a tomb, institution theft. Okay, so I wonder if there's going to be some kind of reform. I'm not getting, it's going to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's going to overturn it or overrule it or throw it out the door. But it's change. I'm getting change, and I'm getting a change in, maybe it's in laws or some kind of institution. Something like that. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. So it's positive. I can see that. Okay. 34. All right. What takes down the Republican Party? Gaetz issues or voter suppression? Or, frankly, Trump, you know? Yes, I agree, Sparty. We need money out of politics, period. Yes. Okay, so what takes down the Republican Party? Is it Gaetz issues? Is it voter suppression? Well, let's do. Let me see what I get, and then I might clarify. What really takes down the Republican Party? Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of cards trying to fall out all at the same time. Like here, it's like, oh, okay. Lots of stuff, maybe. Oh dear. Oh dear. That feels like legal stuff. A whole bunch of legal stuff going into their backs is what that feels like. I would have thought, to be honest, I isn't that I'm a pessimist. It's just I kind of assumed this was as low, like this is as low in power as Republicans are going to get. Maybe we'll pick up some more seats in 2022, but I didn't assume that it would go lower than this, but maybe. This feels like people having to leave for scandal. Things that they did. Oh, end of the way things have been done. Temperance. New people in. Thank you, Lady Farley. Thank you. Oh, tempering this. We were just talking about Citizens United and the money in politics. This feels like new people coming in, younger people, more diverse people. It's harder to have an old boys club if the congressional people are of different genders and different races and whatnot. It breaks up a lot of this old garbage. So there's tempering. We don't get rid of it yet, but there's tempering of this old boys club garbage. But that is the world card right in the middle, the end of the chapter, end of the way things have been done. And in my 5-card spreads, it's a card in the middle that's the most powerful. So the times they are changing maybe for the better. What takes in the Republican Party? It's new people. It's new thoughts. It's a breakdown of, yes, I think there are going to be some legal things that come out that cause some people to have to leave. Corruption coming out, Trump-related stuff coming out, January 6th insurrection stuff coming out. But this is like the insurrection or the Trumpist stuff, what they've sent out coming back to them, their karma coming back. And you got change, and that feels like new people, and it starts diluting this old boys club. I like it. I'll take it. More diversity, please. More diversity. We are a melting pot, and that is our strength. It is our strength. Okay, 38. Okay, 3815. There's a special election in Florida. Unfortunately, a Democrat there passed away. And I do not know the details of this. So if anybody does know, please let me know, because I don't know the details on this. But there's a special election. And the question was, how will the special election in Florida go that is taking place because a Democrat passed away? Florida. Oh, Florida. Okay, watchers here. DeSantis determines when the special election will happen, and leaving a deep blue seat unfulfilled for months will help Republicans in Washington as they attempt to stop Biden's legislative agenda. But if it's in the House of Representatives, in the House, they have such a, I guess, are they that close to a supermajority? I thought they had a significant majority. Surely, Alcee Hastings has been ill for a long time. Oh, bless. Bless the whole Hastings family. I hope you feel better, Katie. Okay, 3850. Okie dokie, special election. Oh, the Republicans are working it. They are working it. Oh, Florida, 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 Florida. It's going to be a legal battle? Really? Why would there be a legal battle over someone passing away? I want to write down. Is Alcee Hastings? Is that a woman? I honestly don't know. But bless whoever Alcee Hastings is, the Hastings family. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Oh, good. All right. Okay, 211 Republicans, 218 Democrats. Okay. If DeSantis tries to delay too long, that would, yeah, okay. Is that what's going to happen here? I think is DeSantis going to drag his suddenly leaden feet? And it's an end. What is an end of? Well, this is the Trump-style bludgeoning. People politically wedded to the Trump way of thinking. I would say that this is just Republicans have got it. Republicans are going to steal the seat or do whatever. But this, big pause on the this happening. That's not a beginning card. That's not a takeover card. That's an ending card, an end of the way things have been done. End of chapter, end of book, end of the way things have been done. Okay, just a little bit more, a little bit more information. Sally's saying DeSantis has cloven hooves. Amy, do you sometimes answer non-political questions? Every once in a while. They're usually nerd questions like Star Trek. Is LeVar Burton going to be the next Jeopardy host? Things like that. Sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, periphery of royalty sometimes. Not so much, but Florida. It's like, there's part of me that's like, what the heck is going on in Florida? And then part of me is like, that is the age-old question. That is the eternal question, isn't it? Nobody knows what's going on in Florida. Democrats celebrating. Some kind of heartache, but that's a queen. And the people with wands from before on the defensive. Okay, I think that Democrats are going to take this to court. I think DeSantis, what it seems like with what my limited knowledge here and what the cards are saying and the energy, basically, it's saying that DeSantis is going to try to delay things and what have you, that Democrats will take it to court and they're likely to win. So I don't know the details, but that's the time. That's kind of what I'm getting. So it's hot in here. All right, so I don't know if I've got a pencil that I can put my hair up. Does this work or not? It would take less time if I just went and got a hair clip. It really would. I'll just leave this. pencil. Oh, Halloween potions pencil. Isn't that fun? It's from a Halloween set. Love that. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Jess. Stall tactic. Lily is suggesting to eventually steal the seat when no one's talking about it. That could be. That could be. Okay, it really is hot in here. All right. We are at 46, basically. This is something we should look at because it's important. Has the U.S. government covered up the extent or intensity of white nationalism, the white nationalist movement, especially since Columbine? Has the U.S. government covered up the extent and intensity of white nationalism, of the white nationalist movement since Columbine, so a while back? It definitely feels like, I mean, we know that for a long time the law enforcement has given passes that they really shouldn't have. Nationalism, this is the emperor. This is the autocrat. This is the man in charge, the white man in charge. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords. See, she's usually a very good card, but she doesn't feel like a good card right now. Magician, Empress. Yes and no is what I'm getting. It's some of these people were brought up basically to be awful, racist. Okay, that'll work. Awful racists. And I don't even want to go deeply into what this card is saying. It's the burden on our system of not them. This is law enforcement. This is your investigators. There have been investigations, but they've been dropping the ball too. It depends who they've been dealing with. Some people have stood up. Some people have been standing up against white nationalism. But it's this fight. It's the return. It's the Pluto return. It's the other stuff where our power, how we view ourselves, how we're going to go forward. America, what is America going to be? And to some extent, because of Trump, we're dealing with gunk that was this underbelly of just slime under just everything under the rocks, just being turned over, and we see it in the light of day, so that we can do something about it. And sunlight's the best disinfectant. So they've definitely dropped the ball. It depended on who you were talking to. Some like the whole thing about the January 6th insurrection, which was, oh, they're white people. They won't do anything too bad. Racism is not just belittling people who are not white. It is also giving privilege, benefit of the doubt, an easier time to people who are white. Those are both sides of that really icky cookie. So you can have the white in the middle. It's like the most toxic Oreo ever. Okay. All right. So we are at 50 minutes in. Biden nominee David Chipman as head of the ATF, which for people outside of the U.S. is alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, which is a separate part of our law enforcement that specifically handles those three things. So, David Chipman, how are you going to do over there? Are you going to get in, and how's it going to go for you? I think somebody said he has experience because he feels like he's on it. He feels like he's on it. Okay. There's a lot of work to do. There's also some work to undo from the last administration. Oh boy. Working together to fight the real ugly, violent smuggling and yeah. It's hard to fight against the sheer scale of the problem. Because at the core of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms is money. And if they are misused, this rank corruption and the secrets of organized crime, it's ugly. And it's, in a sense, there's nothing in our government that is strong enough to squash all of what needs to be squashed, really. But they make a valiant fight of it, and that's all you can do. It's like crime. You never get rid of crime. But he's gonna, if his energy feels strong, definitely gonna fight it. Definitely fighting the good fight. It's an uphill battle, but Sisyphus reporting for duty. I like it. I don't think, let's put it this way. I don't think these cards could be better. I mean, I don't think there's anybody you could put in that role where these cards would be better. So is this a good person for, is this the best person for this job? Or is this a really good person for this job? Is David Chipman really like, yes, David Chipman? Because the job is, oh, thank you, beautiful girl. Thank you. I got a, so what card is it too? Oh, behind that's a death card. Oh, okay. I don't know what that's about. Judgment. Well, I'm gonna bring the boom down. Judgment. That's not him, heartache for him. That's heartache for the people that are being judged and pulling his, getting the horses in line with where Biden wants to go. This feels like something out of his past. I don't know his story, I'm afraid, but there's something there. But I think he's gonna do a good job, and it is a Sisyphean task. All right, 5430. 5430, and thank you guys for being here today. Thank you. 5430. Is a worse variant of the illness going to emerge? Is a worse variant. Now, that doesn't mean, if a worse variant does emerge, this does not mean it's going to take over everything and it's time to when in danger or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. No. But things are going to get better. The question was, is a worse variant of this illness going to emerge? before we, really get a handle on it. I'm just feeling like it's 3 cards. Yeah. People already have a lot to worry about. Well, thank you for being here, Michelle. Polly Wanda, it's very hard for me to sleep on my lumpy mattress, hiding 20 assault rifles and 18 bags of Bitcoin. 18 bags of Bitcoin, huh? Did someone sell you a bridge in New York too? Anyway, worst variant. Maybe. It's because of the idiots who won't wash their hands, wear a mask. How how bad's it going to get? Is this, or are we moving toward defeating this? Because there are other, I hate to say it, but there are other nasty viruses out in the world. There just are. That's my card for this illness. Because it steals lives, steals breath, steals time, energy, steals your cells for its own reproduction. We're going to be fine. Look, we really are going to be fine. They're working it. They're working it. They really are. And but it's nothing to sneeze at. Not literally. It's nasty. It's nasty stuff. So, okay. Ed, Autumn, 2 kitties, and your chairs are fine. 1 cat here, and the sofa sides are torn up. Who's we? Yes, that has happened. See if you can get like double-sided tape, the size of that's like wide, like packing tape kind of width, but you want double-sided tape on the sides of your furniture for a while, and just replace it. It'll get fuzzy, and then you just take it down. You put up some more, and you just leave it there long enough until they get the point that it's like, oh, well, that's not fun. It doesn't always work, but that's what I did. So, okay. 58. Oh dear. 58:15. The Florida reservoir leak. Man. And it isn't like, oh, there's a reservoir in Florida that's going to leak, or it's leaking, and oh, they have lots of water down there, and it's a swamp. It'll be fine. No, it's not water. It's radioactive. Whole different thing. Whole different thing. Oh, but as I'm shuffling, the cats also have 3 cat trees that are just have scratching posts all over them, built in. So the furniture's not fun, but the cat trees are great. So they do that instead. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to give ideas. I'm not one of those. I'm not a cat shamer. I'm not like, oh, you don't know how to handle are you kidding me? I have problems with these knuckleheads, just like everybody else does. But, all right, we're actually at 1 hour. The radioactive Florida reservoir leak. Well, thank you, Bob. And at the end, I'll tell you a story about what happened, what Alfie did when the technician was here this morning. But that's way at the end after the questions. Do something. It doesn't even feel like it. Oh, there'll be an investigation. No, this is there's negligence involved. There's policies. There's this is a big deal. And was somebody cutting corners? Is that what was going on here? But this here, it makes me think this wasn't necessarily an act of God. It was more I wonder, are they going to tie this back to lax, the way the EPA rules were rolled back? Is that what this is? But this is we want to make money. We're not going to spend it. We want to make money. We don't want to spend it. And we don't have to listen to your wussy little democratic rules. This is we told you. That's what this is. That is a hush your mouth card. That is you didn't listen, and it was just to try to help, and now you're toast. And then this is trying to filter the water, collect the water, try to do something, contain it, do something. But the fact is, these cups are all over, and there's this gap. And look at all of that. It's not deep water, but there's water all over. All over. And Republicans just walking away. But I don't think they're going to get away with that. And that will come swiftly. So behind that, I've got the Sun and the Hermit, which I believe would be things like the EPA coming down and saying, okay, let's actually study this problem. What are we going to do about it? And we're actually going to do it. And we're going to do whatever we have to do. If it's arrest people, we'll arrest people. If it's, what do we need to do to fix this? So I do believe that the government is going to get on it, and thank you, every one of you who voted, because if we still had them in charge, him in charge. Oh, quinoa, they're claiming the water isn't radioactive. Oh, really? Really? Mm-hmm. Funny that. Hey, is that water radioactive? That's well, they're hiding. This is Republican establishment and money. This is people fighting for the same kind of Trumpian causes. This is poison in the well. And this is us seeing it. So phosphorus is just as deadly to wildlife. It doesn't, oh, excuse me. It doesn't have to be plutonium. Oh, my hair got in my mouth. Sorry. It's toxic. It's awful. Came out, what? Republicans hiding something? I know. Just unheard of. Literally, I heard with my own ears, I heard Republicans say about the January 6th insurrection, Trump supporters wouldn't do that. Only the left would do things like that. Anyway, okay. Manchin. Well, luckily I've got an extra pen because I don't. Oh, there it is, hiding. Manchin. Oh, you are so frustrating. 105.30. All right, Manchin. Why are you blocking reform and change to the filibuster? Are you being paid? Are you under too much pressure at home? Or what's the deal? And saying that for filibuster you just have to get up and talk seems reasonable. Rachel, if the left wing had been in charge of January 6th, there would have been gays, medics, rainbows, pink hats, great music, and lots of BLM signs. True. And nobody would have been hurt, and it would have been fabulous. Manchin. He's a gadfly. He there's something about him. First of all, he enjoys. He's like, he like gets a kick out of, in the way it's like, as much as I disliked quite a lot of John McCain's policies, he was a war hero. And when he says he was a maverick, he kept, I think it was principled. I'm not deifying the man. I'm just saying there were some principles there. There was some decency there. Manchin, he thinks he's a maverick, but it's just like he gets a kick out of it. There isn't the principled. I don't have to agree with McCain to understand he has principles. Manchin, there's this part of him that just enjoys it. That's what I always pick up in his energy. Holly, Manchin likes to play the kingmaker. Virgo with a Sag moon. I'm also a Virgo with a Sag moon. I understand how he rolls. Oh, Holly. Electra, but he still voted with Trump. No, I do. I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm saying if I was going to trust somebody to do the right thing, McCain or Manchin, or not do the right thing, but act in a more principled manner. And same way like with the Pope. Do I agree with all the policies of the Catholic Church? Heck no. But I respect this Pope. As much as I can respect a Pope, I respect this one. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. He's anti-abortion, but he's also against the death penalty. He's for equality. He's taken money and power away from a lot of cardinals. Is it perfect? No. But is he principled? I think so. I can give people a little credit for that. Manchin, I just don't get that from him. Dude, what are you doing? Okay, he's a Democrat in a very Republican state, and he only holds that seat by trying to walk the middle line. But this is not an end. This is an entirety of the pressure he's under. These are all Trump kind of cards. This is all Trump kind of energy, a Trump voter energy. I feel like he actually is, and then I've got this here as well. So, is he being paid? Knight of Pentacles. Manchin, I don't like these cards on you. I don't like these cards, dude. Whose side are you on? He basically, it feels he's surrounded with Trump voter energy, just surrounding him, coming in from all sides, and he's happy that Trump's gone. So he this was too extreme. So he's again trying to walk that. Will you eventually allow the filibuster to change so that just people have to stand up and talk? You can't just say, I filibuster, and then like, just go home, put your feet up. That's not unreasonable to say, you want a filibuster, you need to talk. That's a big change. That's very hopeful. I like it. I think the filibuster is going to change. I think it's a matter of time. I think it is going to change. These cards are saying the filibuster will change. So that's what I'm getting for that. Where am I? Well, okay. We are at 113.30. What is the future of democracy and freedom? And I'm going in here. And I'm going to try to make it just a tiny bit cooler because it is very hot in here. All right. Okay, 114. What is the future of democracy and freedom in the U.S.? Thank you for being here. Oh, Maritza's saying Greenberg is taking a plea deal? Really? Oh, somebody please tell me that just happened. Could be Bob. Could be Bob. Okay. Takes me too long to shuffle. All right. Future of democracy and freedom in the U.S. One second, you see. by the dawn's early light. Oh, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, with broad stripes and bright stars, the perilous fight. Thank you, Michelle. This is immigration. The world card is not usually a card of equality, but it feels like a card of equality here with the four different. And I realize there's the symbolism is technically also has to do with the traditionally has to do with the books of the Bible and all. But no. If this feels like diversity and women, men, as well as this coming right up against this patriarchy. Immigration, charity, helping the poor. I'm not sure why Chad's here. Chad the hangman, hanging Chad. It's a political channel. We pull up humor wherever we can. What are you talking about, Chad? What's going to be suspended? It doesn't feel like a new way of looking at things. It feels like something's suspended. It's going to be suspended. Okay. Things are going to start leaning more left, but we're still a very capitalistic society. We will be less than we were, but we're still, compared to other countries, but institutions caring more, just because democratic governments, they know how to govern. Republicans don't govern well because they don't think anybody should be governing. So, except the police with military grade hardware. I think we're going to be okay. It's much. It feels like much of a muchness. Things are just going to keep on the way they've been going, but things will be moving. The arc of time is moving toward more equality, more justice. It's slow, but it's moving in that direction. That's how I would put it. Okay. 119. I love this question. I've been looking forward to this question. I look forward to all the questions, to be honest. I just love being here. But I love this question. Will Mitch McConnell ever leave Congress? Ever? Or the question, I can't remember the rest of the question. It was something like, or is he really the Grim Reaper who's going to be there until the end of time? I love that. Wait, what? Contaminated land owned by a Hooters owner? What, he's going to send the cleanup crew in short shorts? But, anyway. Moscow Mitch McConnell. Are you ever going to leave? Oh, are you ever going to leave? Just a silly question. Yeah, they're going to weekend at Bernie's. No, they're not. He's holding things up. That's for certain. Doing everything he can to hold things up. That's what that feels like. Okay. He's got health problems. He is still going to work, though. It's taken his toll. I mean, I feel like I'm physically collapsing. I'm getting a mental image of like somebody's skeleton like collapsing. I'm not saying that's what's wrong with it. It's just that, wow. He's got big health problems, but he's still there, still fighting his corrupt little way of doing things. So, yeah, I was hoping this might be something funny, but it's really mostly, it's just sad, and it's making my back hurt. Oh, yeah. Shirley saying Republicans let Hooters owner get away with stuff. The wings aren't that good. That's a joke. I've actually never had them or eaten at a Hooters, but that's what I hear. Wrestling reads, evil never dies. There's a lover's card. Insult to injury. That's you. That is you up and down, Mitch McConnell. And again, these two again. He's going to be there until he cannot be there any longer. But his health is bad. I mean, seriously, like, ick. It's not the wings. Enjoy life. Breaking. U.S. considering sending warships to the Black Sea and Russia-Ukraine amid Russia-Ukraine tensions. Hey, okay. That might be what we're looking at tomorrow. Okay, now we get down to Gaetz. Blech. 123. All right, first of all, are Gaetz' girlfriends safe? Okay, this is actually pulling my hair at this point. Okay, stop that. Did anybody notice? Did anybody see in the news? Is anybody oh, that feels better. Is anybody what do you call it? Did Joel Greenberg, did he actually just get a plea deal? So, okay. Okay, now it's not pulling my hair and it's still cooler. All right, moving on. 124. 15. All right, are Gaetz' girlfriends safe? Are they being pressured, intimidated to change their stories or to do something? Kate, time to put out the protection roses. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? What are you? No. Play well with others. There. Okay. Joanna, not yet. Okay. Thank you. Nancy, I think today they're reporting about a plea deal. Oh, okay. Greenberg entered a not guilty plea. Oh, so no. Okay. But are Gaetz's quote unquote girlfriends being intimidated to change their story? Oh my gosh, there's fear. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're being attacked, but there's definite fear. There's pressure. Keep your mouth shut. There's a lot of pressure. I hope some of these people are getting in protective custody. I really do. This is the damage done by this powerful man from a wealthy family. That's the grossness of what he did. We won't go into the symbolism there. That fell on the floor, and that's fine. Seriously. Using higher wisdom, it's going to put Gaetz on the defensive. And this is also higher wisdom of women. That puts him on the defensive. So, but that feels like a threat to, I'm not saying it's serious. I'm not saying it would be unusual. I'm not saying it's even from Gaetz, but it's that shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you. We'll send somebody to shut it for you if you go against this man. It's not even necessarily from Gaetz. Okay. This is so sad. I'm just trying to. But he's getting polywanted gold diggers? No. That's not what I'm talking about at all. No, his girlfriend. We're not talking about Ginger Lucky, who's from a wealthy family anyway. But no. We're talking about the people he's alleged to have abused, being threatened to change their story. Angie's dad, Gaetz, is said to he'll try anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we leave off, his card for the reading is where we left off on the last reading, which is Gaetz on the defensive for what he did. This is just telling the story. I'm not getting an outcome here. This is communicating to call a person, call like a girl or tale to tell. This is the woman telling the tale. He also went on the House floor to brag about his I think they're going to talk. I think that they are going to come forward. So I don't think they're being intimidated out of doing anything. But at 1:28:30, all right, here's the thing. Have you guys heard about Gaetz is saying that the accusations against him are part of this $25 million extortion deal? That these people would expose him if he didn't give them $25 million. He went on Fox News, was talking about this, and it was part of what he was talking about when he was trying to rope Tucker Carlson into guilt by association. And Tucker Carlson was just like, well, that was a weird interview. If we get any more information on that weird interview, we'll let you know. Please. Here's the deal. I found out what's going on with that. A little more detail, and I saved it on here so I could tell you. Basically, okay, Gaetz has been a Florida Panhandle representative since 2017. Okay, staunch supporter of Trump. Okay, whatever. His dad is Don Gaetz, former state lawmaker who is a prominent Florida political figure in his own right. Okay, they were approached by two men, David McGee, a former federal prosecutor who now works as an attorney, and Bob Kent, a former Air Force intelligence officer. Okay. Gaetz is saying that Kent and McGee were behind the $25 million plot, and he reported shots and emails and other documents to the Washington Examiner that he says supports his claim his family was being extorted. Among these is a message Gaetz' father said he received on March 16th from Kent suggesting, quote, a plan that can make Matt Gaetz's future legal and political problems go away, the Examiner reported. Kent said the overture was not an attempt at extortion. Because basically what they were actually talking about, Kent and McGee, what they were actually trying to do, they wanted $25 million because they are trying to fund a rescue mission to find former U.S. intelligence officer Robert Levinson, who disappeared under murky circumstances in March 2007. He was arrested in Iran. So there's the family, Levinson's family believes that he's no longer with us, but they don't have proof. And so Kent and McGee were trying to raise money to launch an effort to go try to find this guy or his remains or find out what happened or whatever. And you've got to grease palms and you've got to, do this and that and the other. And they went to Gaetz. But here's the thing. Before you're like, well, they said make Gaetz's future problems go away and what have you. Okay, hang on. Hang on just a second. I guess I've saved this. It's not clear how Kent or McGee would have known about the FBI's investigation into Gaetz's supposed crimes. They were not made public until a Times report last week. Kent, the former Air Force intelligence officer, told SiriusXM on Monday that he did ask Gaetz's father for $25 million, but it was not an extortion attempt. Rather, he told Gaetz's father that if he and his son did not agree to the plan, then the family would never hear from Kent about it again. I didn't have any details about his son, Kent later told CNN. I stopped him immediately and explained that this was not an extortion attempt. I said this was a legitimate offer to help rescue Robert Levinson. So that was the situation. So was it an extortion attempt? Was there, forget the money, forget what they were trying to do. Were they, no, we should back up. Did Kent and McGee, I feel like, oh, look, it's NCIS, it's McGee. Did Kent and McGee know about hazmat stuff? Did they know? Because it's not like they were, two bakers from Albuquerque. They know people. King of Cups. That's the Biden administration. I don't know what that means. I don't know why that's coming up. Because some of this happened before Biden was inaugurated, I thought. I don't know. They knew he was in trouble for something. This is an investigation right at the middle. And Gaetz still swanning around. I think there have been rumors. I think there have been rumors that Gaetz was doing a lot of stuff that was going to catch up with him in a big way. Okay, so I think they did know something. So, really, they did. Did they? Did they basically try to create a quid pro quo? You help us raise some money to do this thing, and we will help or do something. I don't know exactly what that could have been. Did Kent and McGee, did they actually try to create some kind of 137? Did they try to create some kind of quid pro quo? You help us with $25 million. We help your son with his problem somehow. I don't even know what they would be able to do. Or keep it quiet. Meh. An offer refused. Now it just says it's refused. It doesn't mean, okay, well, that's an offer. An offer refused. Well, that's the card for the reading, so that's the energy around it. Russell reads, I get yes out of them, they knew. Holly's saying they didn't know. Gaetz had to kick up a dust to throw everything off. Okay, well, basically, the family, their whole identity is wrapped around this idea that we're powerful, we're rich and powerful. That's your identity? Really? Really? Okay. But there's corruption at the center, and the corruption is their son. And things were quiet legally. But there was a whole lot. There was a burden there of things that people talked about. This corruption can bring the family down. Why am I getting this strength as their family? I think it's because of their power. Was it they'd keep it quiet? Or they'd leak it if he didn't get the money? They didn't get the money? Now this just feels like he's a rich guy who, okay, their cause is fairly just. I'm not saying it is just. I don't know the details. Oh, but the Gaetz are definitely using this as a plan, as a way to distract. I think they knew. I think there were a lot of rumors, and I think that they were like, well, he's one of the people they contacted. Was he the only people were? I mean, is he the only person they contacted, or did they just go straight to Gaetz' father? They tried all over. They weren't having any luck. It was a very sad situation. I think they were trying other people too, but so I'm just trying to feel the energy. If anything, it feels like they just knew Gaetz was up to, it's like, pick a thing, because there are wand cards here that would say maybe the talk included, maybe Kent and McGee were thinking about, Gaetz involved somehow with the insurrection. And then this other stuff comes out and they're like, but maybe I'd heard something, but that wasn't what I was talking about. Or were they offering to stay silent? Or to help with his political problems? Or were they saying that prosecution. They knew. Biden, his DOJ, or FBI, DOJ, currently looking at things that could bring Gaetz down. Now, is there so much stuff Gaetz has done? That's where this is muddy, because Gaetz has done so much, and different people could have. I don't think it was just a straightforward, we want money, we know that this is happening and he's being investigated and we're saying you pay us or we'll help you. What was it? Help you with future, his legal and political problems will go away. Among these messages, Gaetz' father said he received on March 16th from Kent suggesting, quote, a plan that can make Matt Gaetz' future legal and political problems go away. That's vague. That could be they'd been talking to various politicians who were interested, but maybe not. And I think there were miscommunications in there, because Gaetz has just done so much in so many different areas. So that's what I'm getting for that. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support and your patience with me. I really appreciate it. All right, again, today, like every day in April at 4 p.m., so in 2 hours, I will be over at myself and some other regulars here, actually, and some others you're not familiar with. But be over on Book Art Media. Every day in April, we're spending at least an hour doing some timed writing sprints, do a little creative writing on your own project, but it's some quiet writing sprints, and we just be supportive of each other. And so if that's your kind of thing, Book Art Media at 4 o'clock. All right, other than that, tomorrow, tomorrow, of course, I'll be here, noon Central Time in the U.S., as happens always, at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So noon, I'm here. 2 o'clock tomorrow, Sheila has asked me to fill in for Dr. Whimsy this week on the remote view. So I cannot fill Dr. Whimsy's shoes. I will not even try. But I will be co-hosting on the remote view tomorrow at 2. So there'll be like 3 or 4 hours of me. Oh, all right. Have a great day. Thank you for everything. All right, and I will see you later today, maybe, but definitely tomorrow. Take care.